The remarks made by retired F1 world champion Nelson Piquet against Lewis Hamilton have garnered plenty of negative criticism over the last few days. Reigning world champion Max Verstappen, who happens to be dating Nelson's daughter, has now given his opinion on the matter as quoted by Sky Sports. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Max Verstappen's views on Nelson Piquet's racist remark. Max started off by stating that using any racist slur is not right. Everyone is against racism. I think it's very straight. I think the wording that was used, even though of course we have different kind of cultures and they were things that we used when they were younger, is not correct. It's not only about that word. Using offensive language to anyone, any color, is not correct. That's to anyone in the world, not just to Lewis specifically. He then responded to whether he was going to personally speak to Lewis about it. We don't need to talk. He has all of my respect like every other driver, and he knows how I feel and think about this situation. He was then asked if he was going to talk to Nelson, to which he replied, "It's not up to me to talk to my father-in-law. You're not going to say, 'Hey man, that's not correct.' I think he knows himself. I don't think he needs me to say what is right and what isn't. He said it himself in his statement. He used the wrong word, so who am I to call him? I don't think it will change anything." He then suggested that it has been blown out of proportion. It can be interpreted in two ways, and of course people pick up on the bad side, and of course it gets really blown, I think, out of proportion. I know Nelson personally, and people of course label him as a racist now, which I don't think he is, but I fully agree that you cannot use these words. He signed off by giving his views on Nelson being banned from the F1 paddock. When you ban people, you are actually not helping the situation. You have to communicate. It's really important, because if you just ban, it's not helping what you're trying to enforce. Fast feed. Lewis Hamilton is incredibly grateful to all those that have been supportive within the sport, particularly the drivers. I've been on the receiving end of racism and criticism and negativity and archaic narratives for a long time and undertones of discrimination. So there's nothing particularly new to me. I think it's more about the bigger picture. It's not just about one individual. It's not just about one use of that term. It's the bigger picture. Aston Martin's Sebastian Vettel added that it is probably what Lewis has been through and his family has been through his entire life. Any form of abuse is wrong, so I think it was great to see that there was so much response from all of the F1 community, and so quickly people responded and expressed support towards Lewis. Alpine's Fernando Alonso too feels that definitely there is no room for this type of comments, and I think the reaction from the whole community was quite big. If it's needed to take action, I think we will rely on support, what the FIA and FOM are doing. I think the most important thing from us drivers is to show the support to Lewis, and we stand with him. Should Nelson Piquet be banned from the F1 paddock? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.